you know,
Okay.
some dynamics like that. Um, give people a chance to tune in, get the notifications and stuff like that to tune
Yes,
in for the
sir.
night. You know what I'm saying? So for while we wait on everybody to tune in and Zig to get everything done on the production side, I would like to welcome y'all. There you go. I would like to welcome y'all back to the Let's Hash It Out podcast. S Ryder, Ziggy the Beast,
Yes,
and
sir.
Tay. We're gonna shout out our girl Tay. She's out the country living her best life right now. So I ain't putting
Yeah.
no locations, but she's on
She
vacation,
she enjoying herself.
enjoying life. So we gonna hold it down for her. And but yeah, man. Other than that, um, we got a nice little show for y'all. Nice little topic conversation. But other than that, we just giving y'all a couple of minutes, giving people a chance to get notified on the show. Uh, we going live in probably about 5-10 minutes. So
Yeah, about 5 minutes. Yeah, 5-10 minutes. I
yeah.
agree.
So y'all get yourselves together, stuff like that.
All right.
As always, follow the show at Let's Hash It Out Podcast on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram. We don't have anything on X just yet. So we'll have to recreate something for that. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, of course, Facebook, Instagram, of course, YouTube. Definitely need y'all to subscribe. Definitely need y'all to hit that notification button and everything, continuously support the show and stuff like that. And also follow Ziggy the Beast on all platforms and follow S Ryder,
Sure.
Instagram and Facebook, for those, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, big dog? Talk to me, man. What's going on?
Um,
How's
not
life?
much, man. Life been very good. Just been keep my head down. Been in the lab. In terms of work, been getting these certifications. Just trying to make sure I stay sharp. For those that are in the IT industry, y'all know technology is always evolving, so you got to stay on top of it. I've been studying like AI, generative AI, because it's starting to become more common. So just trying to stay on top of things like that. What's up, Lala? I see you, Lala, in the chat. What's good, Axel? I ain't see you in a minute. Axel, what's good, bro? But yeah, we getting ready to start the show. We're on our pre-show, but yeah, it's just certain things like that. Just been trying to stay on top of, and just trying to be better, man. Every single day is an opportunity to improve myself and be better than the previous day. So I try to live by that mantra, try to live by that motto, and that I've been able to stay sharp that way.
Okay.
Hypertext Hero, just stopping by to say hi. What's good? How you doing? This is the Hash It Out podcast featuring myself and my co-host S Rider.
Man, that's good though, man. There's nothing wrong with finding new ways when you wake up to better yourself and find new opportunities to you
Got
know,
to, bro.
I would like to say strengthen your life soundtrack in the words of Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
The
Life
life
soundtrack.
soundtrack.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. But that's good, man. Of course, for those that follow us, me and Zig also have been indulging with our other brother, John O'Barnes, on his platform on Tuesdays. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make that show, but I heard it was one of the best shows so far. I seen some of the clips and stuff
Bro,
like
them
that.
clips is
Y'all definitely check our boy out, John O'Barnes on YouTube, man. Me and Ziggy are really a part of that on Tuesdays where we kind of give our input on Saints. We talk about the Saints community and
like football.
football.
If y'all into football, and that's where we at.
Right. If
Sports
y'all
talk.
into football and y'all love y'all Saints and y'all definitely want to have a laugh or two because we get the jokes in over there. Definitely come over there. Now
Especially with
y'all
them
know, right.
voicemails.
Now y'all, yeah, the voicemails be funny, but y'all know I'm not a Saints fan, but of course, we make the show a little bit more interesting. Saints, Rams, and we really give real insights on the Saints and the previous game, and we give previews what to expect from the next game, and we also offer our, I would say, expert picks because Ziggy been on a roll with some of his picks, and it's something different. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check out Jono Barnes at YouTube. Check his channel out, and also buy one of his shirts. This shit's more than a game shirts, and of course, Let's Hash It Out podcast shirts. Get y'all merch. It's getting cold outside. Get y'all the hoodie. Get your nice little hoodie. For the fall cold weather that's coming through. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, that's good, Zig, though, man. That's good, man.
Yes, sir.
We gotta probably in the upcoming weeks when I get more detailed, though, have a special announcement coming up that involves, me, Zig. Also, we'll bring Tay aboard and things like that. Is leading up to next year. We got something. I think we got something very dope coming up for all of us, and we're gonna let y'all.
We're on the horizon of some big stuff.
Yeah. So, but that's further down the line. We'll keep y'all in tune
coming up.
So, other than that, man, shoot.
But other than that, how what I'm flipping on you? How you been doing, bro? I mean,
man, grinding, bro.
How you been doing, bro?
Grinding, bro. I actually took a few mental days off from work starting tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm not going.
It's very important that people do. I'm glad that's starting to become more of a common thing. Take a few mental days.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking tomorrow and Monday off.
Okay.
So just a whole
get your extended weekend.
Yeah. I really don't, like I said, I just need a break, man. Just a mental break from work.
Just to not get up, just sleep in.
It's not even that, man. Just to focus more on the podcast, man, and just I ain't got to worry about work, and just to focus on just relaxing and at least going out, like just having an opportunity to enjoy myself and just to go outside and have some me time. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with that, man. You gotta take care of yourself.
Exactly. So yeah, man, other than that, just grinding behind the scenes, man. Just trying to of course, like I said, got some big things coming up for next year. Trying to get some things in order for that. We're trying to improve, like I said, me and Zig got a lot of things that we're trying to improve along with Tay, as far as like making the show more better, to give y'all more content, to make it more, I would say more exciting, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate the support, but we definitely want to improve. That's the main thing that we always want to do is there's always room for growth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we want to push is make things more better for not only us, but for y'all as well, the supporters. So we evolving over here, man. So y'all just, look out. We got some things coming, man. Got some things coming. I see you, man. What you trying to show out for the followers or something, bro? Got your hope.
Dami already. Oh my bad. I said first off, the main thing is that a lot of people I'm starting to notice they're starting to turn on the fireplaces and stuff. Like y'all act like we deep winter. Dami got the Dami got the heat on, bro. It's hot in this house.
I'm not gonna say the fireplace. I ain't saying that. But the hoodies, as y'all know, man, I love this weather, bro. Like
I love it, bro. Like, it's my weather.
Right. Like a lot of people was like, man, it's cool, it's cold. And look, after the summer we just had, I don't think nobody should be complaining about
nobody should be complaining at all, bro.
Now, granted, some people enjoy the hot temperatures and I guess the hot temperatures and type of stuff like that. But I mean, I could tolerate it, but
I think what it is people love the activities you can do in the summertime and they get drawn to that, and in turn bring in the heat.
Yeah, I guess. And
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of people like to
It's
go to
just
the
like
beaches
they
and
want to
stuff.
go to the beach. That's what I think they look more forward to is those summer activities, but
Right.
don't realize that it comes with 110 heat indexes,
Right.
115
Right.
115 degree humidity. But
Right. The thing about it is, though, one thing about being cold, you can adjust. Like, think about it. You can adjust how cold, of course, when you're outside, there's nothing you can do, but, just dress as warm as you can. But in the summertime, bro, it's like as soon as you step outside, you're sweating.
it's like it smacks you in the face.
Right. And you got to constantly, like, like when it's cold outside, it's like you can adjust the how warm you want it, how cold, all that, man. So, yeah, man, I'm all for the cold weather, man. Y'all can have that heat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But look, man, I think we got the pre-show, got enough notifications out there. On the other side of the show, we're going to talk about a couple of things, but mainly we're going to have a topic that I'm pretty sure all of y'all have seen. It's been on social media, it's been posted on the Shade Room, but y'all, we're going to get through the intro first, and then we're going to dive into the little conversation that we have for y'all tonight. All right, so stay tuned, pull up, grab yourself a glass of wine or whatever y'all drinking on. Come have a conversation with your boys, S. Ryder and Ziggy the Beast. All right, see you on the other side.
Hey, it's Tay from Let's Hash It Out podcast. The first place you come to hash things out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. No topic is off the table, and the audience is the biggest part of the show. Get ready for Let's Hash It Out podcast.
Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Men lie and women lie, but numbers don't. We can debate if you want, but I know you really won't. I'ma reach and guess my percentage on the desk. I'm sure like Holmes, detective skills, it be at the max. S. Ryder, his topics, he bringing be the best. Ziggy the BC be streaming, that man is built for next. Take talk, she wear the dress, but don't try to press. I'm S. Dotted, I'm camping smacking, we at your neck. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Hash It Out podcast. I am your boy, S. Ryder, alongside with my co-host, Ziggy the Beast, and we are here for another live episode. I know it's been a little inconsistent with episodes, but we are fine. What's up? Appreciate
What's up,
you.
moms? How you doing?
What's going on? But thank y'all for joining us tonight. We really appreciate the support and love y'all constantly show us. And before we kick off the conversation, the show tonight, I definitely want to make sure that everybody's doing well. Hope y'all families are doing well. And we definitely want y'all to continuously support the show by following us on YouTube at Let's Hash It Out podcast. Hit that notification button. That way you'll know when we going live, when we got anything coming up or any kind of content or clips. Y'all can follow us there. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Hash It Out podcast. Also, show my boy Ziggy the Beast some love as well. Follow him on Twitch, Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it these days. Facebook. Of course, y'all can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. And yeah, man, definitely support, continuously support. We appreciate it. And like I always say, without y'all, this podcast is not possible at all. So we definitely appreciate y'all. And if y'all are wondering, our girl Tay is once again, she's not here, but she's living her life. You know what I'm saying? She's on a vacation, enjoying her life or whatever like that. Well deserved, of course. So we're holding it down for her. I know she's somewhere probably tuning in later or whatever, but we definitely holding it down for her tonight as always. So y'all definitely support Tay as well. Follow her on all social platforms as well at Tay Talks. So yeah, man. Other than that, though, Sid, what's going on, man? You know, I know people seen what we talked about in the pre-show, but for those that's joining us late, you know, tell everybody how you doing, you know, who's been new with you and stuff like that. What's going on, man?
Been doing pretty good, man. Just been working, life. You know, for those that don't know, I'm also in school. I'm a little bit over halfway done. I got like legit a quarter of the way to go before I get my bachelor's degree. Something I've been working on for quite some time now. It's about time to just go ahead and finish it. It's one of those things I don't like to start something and then not finish it. So it took me a little longer than others, but eventually we're gonna go ahead and get this thing done. Should be on pace to be done mid next year. So that's the goal. We're gonna stick to it, and you know, but that's what I've been doing. Definitely appreciate S-Rod and everybody that's been supporting me as I try to achieve all my goals I've been setting forth. So definitely appreciate y'all. But that's what's been up, man. Just work and school, really, to be honest.
Oh man, that's good, man. You know, definitely clap it up for Zig, man. You know, a lot of people don't understand the sacrifices and the hard work that goes behind.
Writing papers, bro. It's a lot.
Congratulations, bro. Keep pushing, keep grinding,
sir.
Working hard, and you're definitely going to achieve that goal. Of course, you know the community is 100% behind you, and once you get that bachelor's degree, it's up, man. It's up for real.
It's up.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, of course, you know, I'm doing all right. I'm breathing. I'm living. I'm working on a couple of things for us next year. Got some big things coming up in 2024, man. Just constantly grinding. Definitely.
And that's not an embellishment. Like legit big things is on the horizon.
Yes. Everything is kind of like in the development stages right now. Still got to get a couple of details ironed out and stuff like that, but I'm just constantly trying my best to be consistent as much as possible with the podcast and trying to evolve. I think 2024 for not only just the podcast, but individually, man, I think it's going to be one of those years where y'all going to see like some big things, you know, not only as a group, but individuals, you know what I'm saying? We strive to help each other, you know, inspire each other, motivate one another to be better, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been just constantly staying in communication with a lot of people and also just trying to learn how to evolve the podcast as well. You know, for those that don't know, I'm still in the beginning stages of this podcast, you know what I'm saying? I've been on different podcast shows and stuff like that, but as me and Zig alluded on the pre-show, you know, there's nothing wrong with waking up every day and trying to find a better way or a new opportunity to better yourself and to grow and to, you know, lessons from these new opportunities out here. So many opportunities and just so many chances out here that, you know, that some of us, which I'm guilty of, are afraid to take because maybe, you know, you're too lazy or maybe you're just, you know, you're afraid of the outcome and stuff like that. But all you got to do is just pray about it, you know what I'm saying? And just take those chances because you never know the outcome. Yeah, the outcome might not be how you may want it to be, but
or as fast as you want it. That's another thing too.
Right. As Zig alluded to, you know, it's been years since he's been working towards his bachelor. You know, maybe he just didn't have the time or just life was life. And now he has the opportunity and he just said, you know, look, it's time. You know, same here. Like, I'm trying to evolve this podcast and become a better content creator, but I'm still learning the ropes from other podcasters as well. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just striving to be the best version of Sean that I could possibly be. So, yeah, man. But other than that, I'm blessed, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Too much stuff out here to be complaining, bro. It's too much,
bro.
So, much. But
like they say, somebody will gladly swap places with you in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. But other than that, man, since we see how everybody's doing, I hope y'all doing well. We're gonna get into this conversation tonight, man, and I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen it. I know Zig, I know how he operates, I know how he thinks.
You already know.
Everybody trying to look up a clip right now, but if y'all been on social media, following the Shade Room, there we go. That's our conversation tonight. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals that she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. And she had an interview explaining, I guess the separation. And, I think a lot of people were surprised by that because I guess they was putting or portraying that they were a happy, functioning couple. And, everything was all peaches and cream. And it kind of explains the Chris Rock, Will Smith dilemma as well, because there also was reports that Jada Pinkett Smith had Chris Rock try to holler at her, try to go at her, rumored the divorce, I guess, during the time that Will and Jada was dealing with a lot of their divorce rumors and entanglement with August Alsina and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Will Smith has been through a lot.
Bruh. He
has been through a lot with Jada, but there's always two sides to the story. Of course, everybody's, feels sorry for Will, but you also don't know what's going on behind closed doors between these two and stuff like that. So, but other than that, though, the conversation that I found intriguing that I want to conversate with y'all about or talk about at least, and, I'm not married or anything like that. And, it's just from the outside looking in, is that while they've been separated, she said that she's trying her very best. Like, you got to imagine all the stuff that they've been through, the Chris Rock controversy with the slap, all the entanglement. Now they've been separated since 2016. Well, she's still trying to find a way to make their marriage work. She's still trying to make a way to, I guess, rectify and reconcile their relationships and try to bring it back to how it used to be. So my question is to the community, separation, is that something that people are willing to at least try instead of the divorce route? Because once again, the divorce rate, to me, it's like through the roof. It's through the roof right now. It's like every other day, it's a couple. And granted, of course, we don't really, not to say that they're not human beings or anything, but famous couples being married, you kind of got to understand, I guess, the life that they live. There's a lot of things that goes into that, the limelight, stuff like that. But nobody wants to see anybody have a divorce, but sometimes that person is just not right for you no more. So I asked the question, instead of getting the divorce, right, is being separated or having that time apart, not living together, but just staying apart, is that the best route? And how long should you be separated before you even come to a realization that it's unrepairable and we have to do the divorce thing? Now, remind you, this separation does not just include two people. If you have children involved, that kind of makes things a little difficult. You know what I'm saying? It can affect just not only two people, it can affect a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, Zig, I asked you the question, and I'll kind of piggyback.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody that's married, that's watching the show, to ever go through this. God forbid, you know what I'm saying, that y'all never go through any type of situations where it leads down the road of divorce. But do you think that separation, and how long should the separation last to kind of repair maybe, I guess, a lacklusting in the marriage, right? So would you, hypothetically speaking, of course, before people just go straight into divorce, do you think just taking that time apart to kind of rediscover yourself and trying to find a problem and really trying to, fix it, Do you think being separate is the best way to go to try to not get divorced? Or even is divorce even on the table at all, and just being straight up separated? You know, because it's a lot of laws that goes into the divorce thing, especially with married couples. So what's your input, bro?
So first off, want to make sure we give credit to the original poster. This is written by Lisa Respers France of the CNN Entertainment. We'll make sure we give credit to the person we're using that article for our presentation today. So credit to the poster, so we don't get in trouble for that. But also, man, I really think I do feel like that is something that people probably should maybe look into more often, because I think some people, at least so far or so that we hear online, is that people just like go straight to, oh, I'm going to court tomorrow, divorce.
Right.
I'm about to start the process.
Right.
I think people should go to counseling more often. People need to, or if one, I think too, I start seeing is people go to counseling, and if one person don't work out, oh, I tried it, it don't work. Have you tried another person? Like, keep trying. How hard are you? I think it's one of those things where it's like, how hard are you willing to work for your relationship, for your marriage, for your family? So some people may be laughing at Jada and Will, but at the same time, maybe they feel like they're not on the same page, but at the same time, is work not going that next step? I don't know. Maybe it's a money thing. Maybe it is. Like I said, we're speculating. We don't know. And shout out to my boy Keelan, Chef Gambit. He says separation can help in a mature sense. Finding a right counselor takes time too. See, once again,
Right.
some people, people Google counselors and then they try to go to counseling, and then it might not work, or they might not vibe with that counselor. Then counseling don't work. It's like, did you try, it's like grocery stores. If something's not at Rouse's, you just give up. No, you're going to go to Walmart. You're going to go to Winn-Dixie. Mm-hmm. You're going to go to, you might even go to Walgreens. You're going to find out if you really want that item that bad. You're going to shop around for it. It's the same kind of analogy. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're trying to find a counselor. So it depends on how hard you want to fight for it. Some people just look for, they're looking for you to sneeze the wrong way and they ready to scream divorce. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like they got in over their head. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that really goes into it that people aren't talking about. And like Keelan very well put, the maturity of the two people involved, that plays a part in it as well. Kids, do they have kids? Are they little kids? And Jada and Will's point, I think their kids are all grown. They don't have young kids anymore.
Right.
So it's not a case of child custody and you get kids and child support. So we could take all that out of it because all the kids grown.
Right.
So I think they really are trying to, from my standpoint, my speculation, they may have a weird, quirky way about doing it, but maybe they feel like they fighting for something.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, in the interview that I did watch, the little bits and pieces of it, Jada was just saying, look, we've been separated for this long, and you got to think about it, bro. This has been since 2016. That's a long time to be separated, and you're still trying to find a way.
That's 7 years, bro.
Right. You're still trying to. So 7 years, you're trying to still find a way, right? So that goes back into what Keelan said, the maturity of two people really trying to come together and find a solutions, find anything. So like you said, counseling, therapy, whatever that may be, to try to get their marriage back on track. Now, I would like to hear what Will has to say about this. You know what I'm saying?
He be real quiet because that's a good point too. Because it's a lot.
Right.
Ever since this red table stuff, it's been a lot coming from her side, but he really don't be saying. He don't really be coming out and saying nothing.
Right, and I gotta understand it from his point of view too, because the media can twist and make and manipulate the narrative so much to the point where, you know, they'll put out anything negative just to get a story or just to get something,
get some clicks.
Yeah, the clicks and the views and the likes and stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying we are hearing Jada talk about this, and of course everybody knows the backstory behind it. You know what I'm saying? But it would be very good to hear from Will. Like, all right, Jada said y'all been separated since 2016. You know, of course it's their business. They don't have to give us any type of explanation about how they're resolving their issues. But I think that even with the separation thing, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to give you your space. Maybe we just need that little time apart. Some people look at that as, okay, you're bailing out, you're trying to make an excuse to not try to repair our marriage. But once again, you have to understand, if you're constantly bickering and arguing and you're going at each other's necks, and it might not even be nothing big. It be the littlest things, and that's crazy.
Just set somebody off.
Right. It just be the constant little things that you thought you probably knew about that person, and you'd be like, man, like what's going on? Like, I've never seen this type of person before. So over time, people evolve, people change, you know what I'm saying? Some change for the better, some people change for the worse, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, though, when you're saying you're going to separate, do you think people still should put some kind of, I'm not even going to say rules, but some type of boundaries? Like, okay, look, we're going to go our separate ways. Maybe we should be separated for a minute. You know, I'm not saying nothing about divorce. So over time, you give each individual has enough time to kind of like, all right, look, maybe I need to sit down with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're trying to fix this together, but before I can say let's fix this together, maybe I need to fix something within myself. Let me fix what I think needs to be fixed on my end. Mm-hmm. Let me process what's been told to me. Once again, you have to be able to listen and comprehend and understand the other person's point of view without being angry or just jumping to conclusions or, well, you don't know what you're talking about, and and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be mature enough to actually, okay, have I exhibit any of the examples that my partner has told me, whether that may be with anything within the marriage, not enough attention, not giving your woman the right affection, not enough affection, you're not considerate, it be the tedious things, you know what I'm saying? But should boundaries even be put in place if some two parties like, look, we'll go our separate ways, but do we still try to find a way to date other people? You see what I'm saying? Because I think people be like, oh, I'm separated, I'm still married, you know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to reconcile your marriage, should you, I think, trying to bring other people into your space when you're trying to repatch your marriage, or at least attempt to make an effort to save your marriage, that can further complicate things to say like, well, we got separated, you might as well just go ahead and get divorced then if you're going to start doing all this, or every couple is different. Some people might be like, maybe we need to go separate ways, and we're not together, even though we're still married. I just need this time apart. And you might find somebody, and maybe that person might tell you, well, shit, I'm better off being married to the person I'm with instead of going back into the world dealing with the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So should boundaries be set, or should, when people just separate, just say, look, I just need my space, I need my time? We're gonna still find.
To answer your question, separation doesn't equal single. So
right,
you should be separated to find out how to get back connected with your partner, and that doesn't, in my mind, that doesn't equal, you know, doing business with other people.
Right.
So I don't know if it's go to church. I mean, I don't know. Maybe go to counseling. I keep bringing counseling up, or yoga, working out. I don't know what it is. But you know, during that separation, in my mind, I would be trying to find out what is the problem internally for myself, which is causing a separation from your spouse, so that you can eventually come back together. That's just kind of
Well,
my
okay.
internalization of it.
Well,
So me going, hey, what's going on, Tay? Let's go. We got Tay in the house. So I feel like if you separated and getting in entanglements and stuff like that is kind of weird to me, because it's like, what are you really on? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in for instance, when Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union separated, he went off. They was only separated for like a month, and within that month period, dude went off and had a kid by somebody else. It's like, what's the separation really for? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we need like with everything else, we need a what, where, why, how. You gotta have the answer to all those questions. Why are we separating? What caused it? Who is the parties at fault? Is it something I did that's caused this for you to lose your trust? Or, you know, you need to have a question for all that, and then how we get back to common ground. So you going to parties and bars and getting on certain websites to try to find somebody else, that's not.
But I would say this too, Zig.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, everybody's different. You know, maybe when I say that within the marriage, somebody's not treating you how they was in the beginning stage, like we would like to rephrase the honeymoon phrase or whatever like that. You know, when you're separated, you know, being with that other person, not saying you were cheating though, but let's just say you do find somebody and they just making you like, you're trying to your best, right, to make the marriage repair it, right? But you have to be separated. Y'all just not matching up. It's nothing that y'all can do right now. Y'all just not compatible right now. That time apart, y'all both, you're not looking. It's not like, oh man, I'm separated, so I'm single, and no.
Some people think like that.
Some people think like that, right? But some people really say, man, look, I just need to be separate. I need time away from you. I need to think. Do me personally? This ain't about you right now. This is about me. Because if I can't give 100% of myself into this marriage, then hey, I think it's best for us not to even go the separate route. Let's just get these divorce papers signed. You have your life. I'm gonna do the next chapter of my life, right? But some people just feel like, hey, I'm not going out here on dates and going to these bars and parties just to hook up with anybody. You can still go out and talk to people, but it's up to you whether or not you feel like, number one, do I really want to repair my marriage? And if so, I can't really say to myself, oh man, I can't deal with this person. You know, rather, I don't care if you even say, man, I can have you as a friend, but just know that I'm still going through that, because that's going to complicate things. In my opinion, it would, because feelings, emotions.
That's what I was saying. Like, even doing that is like a lot, because like you said, oh, we just friends, but we come on now. You know how that.
If you're going to keep spending time with somebody and the conversation is intriguing and you're enjoying this person's company because right now you feel vulnerable and you're alone and you just need somebody to comfort you, then yeah, I feel like the feelings is going to get to a point where that person that you met, they're going to start feeling some type of way. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know, you have to kind of balance it out and just kind of ask yourself, you know, am I trying? Now, if you're not trying to repair the marriage, Zig, then separation is going to go to divorce. Right now, you just separated until the divorce is finalized. You do have that. You feel me? That's just what it is. But I will ask you this interesting question, Zig.
Mm-hmm.
You said counseling, therapy. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking,
Okay.
what if the two people, right, try to get a real honest opinion from their children if they're old enough? Like, I'm talking about when they're old enough, like, all right, I'm out of high school. And I'm
So like Jada and Will's kids, they like in their 20s.
They have that common sense, and from family members. Now, granted, that's a very tricky situation because some family members would have been like, "Y'all, I knew y'all wasn't gonna make it. I knew.
I never liked her to begin with.
I never liked her from the beginning. Oh, I never wanted my daughter and all this other stuff." But I'm just saying, you know how people can really be like, "That's not them." I know who they are as a couple.
Yeah, I got you though. Yeah. Or I know my son, and I know whenever he started dealing with you, his mood started changing.
Right.
So I knew it wasn't going. Yeah. So I got you.
How would
your family know you?
Right. So what if you feel like they came to you on some real stuff and been like, give your honest opinion. What do you think is wrong that you see from your eyes that is wrong with us?
So so you're saying going to a I guess like an elder of the family or like a trusted person of the family or cousin or whoever it is that you really.
Zig, I'm saying though, because we always saying counseling and therapy and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Why not try something that's unconventional that might work to the point where what did you notice, kids?
Well, we always say family. Well, some people might not have that kind of family. I know a lot of people that don't have family to even turn to. You know what I'm saying? Or not even close with their family. So, and then also too, the reason I say therapy is because that's on paper and in theory, you get the pure, unbiased, supposedly opinion of somebody that's gonna be for the best interest of both parties involved. Sometimes with families, like what Sean was just alluding to, you get bias. Sometimes some people just ride or die. You could be dead wrong, but they're gonna be like, I'm riding with my cousin, I'm riding with my bro. He could have been, I could have known he's dealing with X, Y, and Z, but you ain't gonna hear from me, type thing. So sometimes you can't go to trusted family and trusted inner circles because it's too much bias tied up into it.
Right.
So that's one thing that especially in the Black community, we gotta try to be more open to is seeking help from our counselors, because, and this is just my opinion, we have a lot of people that look like us that are in the psychology field that are doing really well for themselves, or people that are kind of rising in the ranks that just looking to help people. And we need to make it more normal to seek help when needed. And people don't understand too. We get, whenever we take these jobs, we get insurance that's taken out of our checks, and part of some of that insurance that is covered is going to counseling and therapy. A lot of times that's covered by y'all insurance, but people don't say that. So just look and see who's in your network and just go. It's paid for. You paying for it already out of your check. And once again, it goes back to my point I said earlier. How hard are you willing to fight for your family? That's what it comes down to.
I would say this, Zig. Also, I would say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you invested not months but years into someone that let's just be bluntly honest. You get married with somebody, you truly love them, supposedly, right?
Clearly, yeah.
Clearly, that's the term. Or when people say they're married or they say they're getting married, the main thing is I'm in love with that person. You're not just saying, "Oh, I care about that person," or "I like that person, so I'm gonna get married to him." No, but it always boils down for me when it comes to marriage. And like I said, when marriage is hard work every day, every year. This is something that has to continuously be worked on and communicated throughout until death do us part, right?
Right.
That's what marriage is, right? Through health, through sick or poor, rich or poor,
Sickness and health, rich or poor, yeah, all that.
things,
Ups
right?
and downs, yep.
Right. So I always said, even before relationships, you have to kind of develop that friendship, right? That friendship has to be there
I agree on that.
to smooth. I would say this to take it a step further. I know people personally. Some of my homeboys got married, and you know what I'm saying, even you, Zig, got
Mhm.
married to y'all women. But I asked the question, how long until y'all really got to the marriage part? I
Mhm.
know some of them that said we waited pretty much 2 to 3 years before we actually got married.
Mhm.
And I actually looked at that as, in this day and age, and during the times that we're at, I understand it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because some people be like, hold up, y'all been engaged for how many years?
Ours was 5 years.
Right.
Me
But
and Diamond, 5
you know
years.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some people 5 years until y'all really
Mhm.
got married. Understand that that's the time, right? If I propose to this woman and I'm potentially saying, I want you to be my wife, I want you to be my woman for life. So, all right, we're taking the relationship a extra step further now. So we're definitely taking that next step. This is the time, all right, we're gonna move in together, right?
Mhm.
And now some people be like, I'm not moving in with nobody until I'm married, and I'm not having a child. Teach his own. Granted, teach his own. But what I'm saying is, just because you propose doesn't mean you have to get married the following year.
No, of course. Right.
Marry in months.
We was engaged for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you that during them 4 years, you learned a lot from Dami.
Oh yeah.
And she learned a lot, and Dami learned a lot from you. During the ups and the downs, you also probably went through a lot of couple sessions where you actually sat down with somebody and you
We did actually, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just looking at it as, oh, I'm married, to have that title of marriage behind their names. That's not how
Yeah,
that
we sat with a counselor. We did 3 sessions.
right.
And they asked a bunch of random questions like, how would you feel like, and this is just me being candid, they'll straight up ask you, how would you feel if your partner just not in the mood for like months? How would you feel? And it's like, didn't think of that. No, but you married though, so what you gonna do?
Right.
Like, oh, so like that's the type of stuff, like I say, counseling throws scenarios and they bounce different things off of you that makes you think, and it's like, how would you put up with that? What would you do? And then you got to answer that, and you got to internalize that, and whatever you decide to do from there is something you got to address. We also did a test where they asked us, I want to say like 50 questions, and they said on a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 or something like that, importance. And it was like, question 1, money. And then, Zig and Dami put 1 to 5. Sex, 1 to 5. Appearances, 1 to 5. Time with family. So then at that point, you can compare answers and says, oh, this person doesn't care about money. Oh, but he really cares about money. Y'all might want to talk about that. This person wants joint accounts. This person, okay, y'all agree on that. So joint accounts, and that won't be an issue. This person don't really care about how often they have sex. This person wants it every other day. Y'all need to probably get on the same page with. So that's what we found out in counseling. Like, we went through like a whole rubric of tests and evaluations and stuff that we got a chance to talk about before we got married. So
Right.
that was one thing that I really appreciate, and that kind of opened our eyes to, and was talking points on the car ride home and at the house when we were engaged. So
Also, That's very important too, to always communicate every day. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like to have that type of that line of communication open, even I don't know how, everybody's household is different, children's
Of course.
involved. You got scheduling and stuff like that, but I feel like husband and wife should always find a time, and I don't care if y'all both getting off at the same time. And I'm not talking about that texting stuff. No, I'm not talking
No
about
texting. I agree.
on the phone.
I agree.
I'm talking about that before y'all go to bed.
People interaction.
Right.
First,
Face-to-face interaction. And I'm not talking about how was your day? You know that through a text or when you first get home.
you could kind of feel the mood throughout the day.
Right. But I'm talking about when you put the kids to bed, y'all both then kind of got settled in for the night. And before y'all go to bed, I ain't saying, I don't care what y'all do. Every couple different. Married couples, they might want to talk for hours, whatever. But just having that face-to-face interaction and having a conversation about whatever. It don't have to be about how your day was. I'm talking about let's have a conversation, man. Lately I've been seeing you working on something. Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
What has sparked your interest and
what's on your mind?
Right. What's on your mind? Even if everything is fine, what you been up to? What you been working on? I've been noticing, and that's where you have to be observant of your partner as well.
There you go.
You might notice something about them, and you might be like, I see they've been, gaining interest in whatever it may be that caught their attention as far as like either a business or something that they just want to start doing.
Mm-hmm.
Your opportunity, hey, I see you have interest in that. What intrigued you to do that? How can I help to try to get you a step closer to whatever you're trying to do? Have those type of conversations. Having those deep, intimate, uncomfortable conversations as well, Zay. Like a lot of people don't like to have uncomfortable conversations. How your mental been? Oh, I'm good.
Or like you said, like if you feel like somebody not doing something that you expect them to do, like, hey, I feel like like you said, communicate. Yeah.
Don't assume. Assumption can make an ass out of yourself, right? I'm just saying.
No, that's facts though.
If you notice something that's not being done, don't
speak up.
Speak up. Don't say, I do hints, and don't say, I gave you patterns. No,
you should be able to pick up on that.
Right? Yeah. You should have been picked up on that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't care how well you know somebody. If I don't know about what you're going through or whatever I'm not able to do or whatever you're not doing,
mm-hmm.
communicate that with me right then and there. Like, I don't care how hard the truth may hurt. I don't care how uncomfortable it may seem. We are a unit, and it has to be communicated no matter what. Plain and simple. We can't just put it on a back burner and keep letting it marinate to a point where it can boil over and it can burn both of us in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make the flow as easy as possible for both parties. You have to communicate. You got to communicate about everything else. So why not communicate about the stuff that may seem uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? I think that's I think as a Black community, we have to get better at that. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that, before you go to bed, just have them conversations. You know what I'm saying? Just have I had a rough day at work. What's going on at work? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff like that. That'd be like,
bro.
They care,
That's that pillow talk.
I don't know about the pillow talk.
What's up, Lala? Lala says, and appreciate you chatting with us tonight, Lala. Also, Keelan said something too. We're gonna get into our chats. Keelan said it also makes you realize how these conversations aren't happening during these conversions aren't happening during the dating process. Lala said, I learned that the hallway. As women, we assume our husband's supposed to read our mind. I gotta get better with that. But
Zig, I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
No, go ahead.
Accountability.
Example.
So Lala just said So she took accountability of a flaw, right? Or something that she feels like, hey, I take it upon myself that I assume that her husband can read her mind. I have to work on it. Accountability, communicating.
That's all a communicate. Sometimes people,
Understand
yeah, even if you might feel like it's something easy to pick up on, sometimes it really isn't. And no one is meaning any harm by it, but sometimes you gotta just say it plainly out for them. Like, look, this is what's going on. This is what I need you to do. Oh, my bad, I got you. And look, done. No issue.
Let me ask you a question. And I'll ask all my fellow people that's married or in a relationship, but mostly the married people, right? I ask you a real question, Zay. First off, how long you and Dami been married?
11 years.
11 years. In your opinion, do you feel like you're still learning Dami?
Yeah, because people change. People get older. The things that I was into as when we first got married is different as you get older. Ups and downs, and bodies change, and expectations change, and things that once were important aren't that important anymore. And sometimes, yeah.
So what do you feel like was important back then isn't as important right now? If you don't mind speaking on it.
Well, say it again.
What was important back then that's not as important right now?
Man, just like all types of stuff, like just being visible, like certain things like social media. Sometimes it's like, I ain't gotta put it on social media. Like certain things like this is something that I see a lot of people in relationships getting almost arguments about, and we was part of that as well. It's like, my birthday was yesterday. You made the most driest post. Yeah, but I just turned the whole house into a whole thing for you. Who care about what I put on Facebook? This is now, once again, this is years ago versus now. Now it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever.
Right.
Father's Day posts, Mother's Day posts. Nobody care about all that no more. Like, for all I know, we set the town on fire. But Facebook ain't gonna know that. So that's like certain things that we learn over the course of the years. It's like, okay, I made a nice post on Facebook. Okay, now what? You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? So that's one of the things I learned over time is like, what have you really done? Like social media and making posts and being seen, and this person did this for. That's another thing. This person did this for their spouse on Facebook. Yeah, but now you're comparing to other people, and that's the whole issue. Like I said, we learn over the course of over our years. You know what I'm saying? We've been through ups and downs. Now we get to the point. I might not even tell Diamond happy birthday on Facebook or Diamond vice versa. But for one thing, she gonna feel appreciated throughout that whole week, that whole weekend, that whole day, that whole month. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So that's kind of one of the few things that I could kind of give an example about of things that used to be important back in the day aren't as important now.
Right. And I think that the social media thing, I think a lot of people look for validation on there.
You get some validation.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's nothing wrong with posting your life and whatever it's your account, it's your page. You post whatever you feel like you want to post. It's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes we just post just to post things. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, hey, whatever. I'm gone. You want to have people experience the moments that you had, or just to show your face, or just to feel good. I mean, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But for somebody to take it that serious, like you said, you ain't say happy birthday to me, and you
didn't make a post, or you did post. That was the driest.
Right, like last year you did it extravagant posts, and this year is just happy birthday. Yeah, but you're telling the followers or the outside world, oh, I didn't make, I had the driest post, but you're not telling them behind the scenes what type of birthday you really had.
Right. Yeah. So that's yep.
You know what I'm saying? It just
Stuff like that. Or like
at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you can always learn, even going forward, 11 years, 20 years from now, 25 years from now. You're still going to learn something new about your partner.
You can always learn, bro. And then another thing we learned too is like some people put way too much. I think we talked about this before. People put way too much like emphasis on some of these holidays, like Valentine's Day, like all these days. Like I know some people, if you don't get your significant other or your partner, whatever you want to call it, something for Valentine's Day, y'all might as well just break up. No matter what, it don't care what you did for them for Christmas, which was like a month or so right before that.
2 months.
Some people birthday is in January, but come home empty-handed for Valentine's Day. You might as well just go ahead and pack your bags, bro. So it's just like stuff like that. We started not taking taking some of these holidays so serious. Who's to say on a random Wednesday I just can't come and say like, hey, on your way home, just go ahead, get cleaned up, and we're gonna bounce right back out, get some dinner at a restaurant. Why gotta be Valentine's Day for us to do that?
I think, but that
why why gotta be Mother's Day, birthday, all these days that somebody said, why I can't honor my mom or you as a mother on a random Friday in December. So that's one of the things that we started kind of getting out of a habit of, is like, oh, this day you gotta, bro, like.
Nah, I think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you have the right to.
What's up, Jono?
You have the right. What's up, Jono? You have the right to, I guess, however you feel like you want to treat your wife or significant other or whatever like that.
Yeah, that's your business.
I mean, that's your business. I mean, Valentine's Day, I even seen some men talking about, well, I don't get enough for Valentine's Day. I hate to say it, Zig, Valentine's Day is for women, bro. Straight up, that just me. I do not look for anything on no damn Valentine's Day or whatever like that. I'm sorry, bro. That's a women's holiday.
To show your appreciation to them.
But at the same time, though, whether you do something small on Valentine's Day, whether it's just a simple home cooked meal or roses, your woman is going to appreciate that. Because at least you made a valiant effort to appreciate her.
But I don't know, dog. The way some people be talking,
it is like that. Trust me, I understand.
Some people be like,
but the other ones know that every day you're being appreciated.
Yeah, man. So that's why, and then like you said a little bit earlier, it all depends on what the dynamic and the foundation of that person's relationship is. If your relationship is built off of materialistic, facetious things, then that's all that you better keep up that same pace throughout the relationship. So shout out to Keelan. He said there's a holiday around every corner, including birthdays. Yeah, bro. Especially if she had and if the mother has kids, then you got Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah, bro. So I don't know, it's just something to think of, man. Like, I'm not saying we don't do nothing for those days, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, man. We got bills, dog. Just being honest.
I remember somebody said you complaining about not getting that, but at least you got a roof over your head. You got lights.
You got you a new car that is pumping gas.
Yeah, but some people take that shit important though, dog. Like, some people take birthdays serious, and some people might be like, I don't care about birthdays. I care about Christmas more than I care about birthdays. Everybody's different.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Just learn your person.
And learn the person. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, you'll know.
If that's what they care about, and you cool with it, then look, just make sure you don't come home empty-handed. Fuck, it is what it is.
But Zig, do you have any like I said, for anybody that feels like during the separation phase, any tips that you can offer anybody besides the therapy. Of course, you recommend therapy, counseling, some type of form of exercises from the therapist
Yeah.
that help the marriage kind of rekindle its flame. What do you think are other alternatives during the separation period to try to get the marriage back on track? Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Hypothetically, is I still feel like there has to be a form of communication, and there still has to be a form of, like you said, boundaries. The do's and don'ts that should be set immediately. What you cool with and what you not cool with.
Right.
Okay, we agreeing to this separation. I'm cool with this, but not cool with the. For all we know, Will might be cool with the entanglement stuff.
Right.
That's their agreement
from them. We haven't heard. See, and that's why.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why you can't really just dive straight in with a one track, like a one-minded track, that type of like mindset, because you're hearing stuff from Jada. I don't know if we're gonna ever hear how Will Smith feels about the separation that they're dealing with since 2016.
And that's one thing I give him, bro. He ain't gonna talk about his wife, bro. He ain't gonna badmouth or nothing.
So that's crazy. Like I always feel like there's two sides to the story.
Which here is.
And once you get those two sides of the stories, it's kind of like in your best interest to form your only best opinion about it and just move forward with it, dog. Like you can't just take one side of the story and just take maybe a puzzle piece of the other person's story and just say, oh, that's the end conclusion. Like, like I said, the separation, some people be like, well, I'm breaking up or we're being separated, I get to do my own thing. I don't feel like that should be like that, because technically you're still in a marriage.
That's what I'm getting at.
So it's not to say, oh, you can't do what you want to do, but let's be very clear what we're doing during this time of separation. Now, will that stand? I can't speak on that, because you can still set boundaries and all these do's and don'ts. People are still going to do what they want to do. And if you didn't hurt somebody to the point where, oh, I'm going to separate, right? Then you got to ask yourself one thing. That's just like if somebody cheated on you, right? I feel like this, Zig. If you accept somebody back into your life after you say, okay, I forgive you, you cheated, of course, you made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. I feel like this. If you accept somebody that cheated on you, I feel like you cannot hold that against them. You can't hold that against them if something happens again, as far as like an argument or something goes wrong. You know why, Zig? Because you had your opportunity to cut that person off when they did the cheating the first time. You feel me? I hate when people get mad. Oh, well, you cheated on me. I'll accept that person back. You could have easily just said, you cheated on me, I'm done with you, that's it. But on the other side of the coin, it's that you're comfortable with that person, right? Because you invested so much of your energy, time, and love into that particular person. You're not interested into trying to know somebody or give somebody that type of energy, because it was a process with that person. So now you're like, I forgive you. You might say, oh, I ain't gonna forget it, because you ain't gonna forget something.
Nah, you never gonna forget it, but
I feel like you shouldn't bring that back up neither, because if you keep bringing that up, and let's just say that person really isn't how he was or she was when they did that, maybe they have gotten that out their system and they are regrettable and they do, they really feel sorry, that and they really are trying to rekindle that relationship or marriage again, but you constantly bringing it up every time something pops up. That person going to say, well, look, I'm done.
Yeah, not in that case, then you're not really, in that case, you're not really over it if you're going to keep bringing it up.
Exactly, bro. That's all to it, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I want to switch topics, though, Zig, since we got a little time left before we dip. Zig, sent something to me with Kwame Brown. That was, I think that was a very
What you thought about that, bro?
It raised a valid question.
I'm about to see if I can find it so we can play it for stream. But go ahead, bro, with your point.
That was probably one of the realest questions I didn't heard in a minute. Where do black men actually find peace at, bro? He was making some valid points.
He was on a roll.
Right. He was making some valid points. He was like, it's like black men in this country can't do nothing. It's like we can't do nothing in this damn nation.
Hold on, I'm finding it for y'all. Go ahead, bro.
A black man can't ride in a nice car in a white neighborhood without being asked, what you doing here? How you got that? You a dope dealer. It's never, oh, you're a successful entrepreneur. This happened to black women too, Zing. In general, our black community. And let me be very clear. This ain't no, I don't have anything against whites and Jews and Mexicans. It's not that, but reality is reality. Facts are facts, right? We're not going to sugarcoat on this channel. It's really, that was an interesting take he had, because it just seems like it's hard for a black man or a black woman to go anywhere riding something nice, have something nice on without automatically our character is in question. That's whack to me. That's weird to me. You mean to tell me that's the only thing you see black people, that's the only way black people can be successful is by being a dope dealer, or that girl, oh, she a black woman with a big booty, she got that on the OnlyFans. How you know she's not a Supreme Court judge that's just fine as hell? I'm just saying, like, how you know that she don't have her own multi-million-dollar empire in the hair industry or the movie production company or something like that? That black man got his own little entrepreneurship in the movie industry. You know what I'm saying? Why does it always have to be, oh, you ain't get that by being legal. You got that by being a dope dealer. Oh.
I found it.
Yeah, I found it. I found this somewhere. Come on, bro. That's crazy. If y'all, Zig gonna play the clip.
Okay, I got it. Yep, I got it right here. All right, so this is credit to Kwame Brown on his channel, Kwame Brown Bus Life. This is a very short clip. It's not very long, but he goes on a very passionate, I won't say rant, but just a very passionate kind of soliloquy on why and when can a black man really find peace. So here it goes right here. We're gonna go ahead and play it for y'all. I'm gonna add it in and let me know if y'all can hear it.
You ride through the white neighborhood, they saying you selling drugs.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
Drugs. What you got in your car, how you made this money. It's always a question on why and how and what and when a black man is doing and how he's doing it. And why the f is that? I can't drive through a white neighborhood with a Rolls Royce because somebody gonna think I'm a dope dealer. I can't ride through a black neighborhood with a Rolls Royce because one of you ignorant niggas gonna think you gotta shoot me because I'm stunting on you. Where can a black man get some peace at? Where can he just be minding business and being great? I'm just asking, where can a black man mind his business and just be great as a black man? Everybody keep asking me, Kwame, why you walk around? You know what I'm saying? You be such a gentle Johnny. I walk around like that because I don't want to have to kill one of these niggas. If you're right.
Man.
Man, bro, but that's
a real, that was some heat,
bro. That's a real question. Like, where can you ever find peace at without being harassed or your character in question
by your own people and other people?
Exactly. He just said the key word. You can't even ride in your own neighborhood where you come from because they feel like you shitting on them or you stunting on them, where you just actually just showing them like, look, I did something. Y'all can do the same thing if you put the time and effort and hard work into it, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody just their mentality is not set up like that.
Well, you trying to stun on us? No, I'm trying to. Actually, I was about to pull up to try to show y'all free game on how to get this.
Nah, because they're gonna look at it as, well, you had somebody help you. Of course,
Of course.
bro. Every successful NBA player, WNBA player, rapper, movie star, entrepreneur, I don't care who it is. All these famous people had somebody help them or pave the way or open the door for them to take that next step to being successful, dog. There's not one person. I don't give a damn who it is. You cannot find out one person that actually did everything on their own. Actually got it on their own. Yeah, they got it on their own, but they had somebody supporting them though. One person gave them that great opportunity for them to be where they at right now.
Yep.
Nobody,
or they had or even
right.
like with Facebook, they had other co-owners or people to share it with them. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. It's just that is crazy though, bro. That I think that was probably one of the realest things I heard. It's like for today, it's like, where do you find peace at? Where can
that kill
peace? No, we can't do this podcast without y'all. So there you go. So when you see Let's Hash It Out podcast, and I'm manifesting it, when we become one of these multi-million-dollar podcasters in the future, in the next upcoming years, it's because of y'all. Y'all tuned in. Y'all was there when we was on an up and up, and when we went through our struggles and our downs and stuff. We overcame that, and now we doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people might not believe this podcast can take off.
Facts. You still need a team. That's right, Kill.
Team. You still need people like Zig to do production. There's only so much stuff that Zig can do with the production. You still need people to edit. You still need people to mix in and do all this other stuff for other content that we might put on the radio, as far as like having our listeners listen to us very clearly. All that stat. You need a village. Just like you need a village to raise a child or raise children, you need a village to like get everything to come together to make one person or a company successful, dog. Like, nobody does nothing on their own. So I'm sorry. No one does it without any type, like with some type of form of help. It's just that's reality, bro. That's reality, bro. That's crazy though, man.
That was a good clip. I seen it. I was like, yeah, I think Sean will appreciate this one because he went off.
Yeah.
He got straight to the point, and he wasn't wrong.
And I think the only time somebody made a joke about that, but I guess just like the only time you can find peace is what, in the bathroom.
Like they say, in the bathroom, bro.
I'm serious though. That might sound funny, but that might be the only time you can really find peace for yourself, man. Like, god damn, I can't have nothing for myself, you know. But that to me, bro, that was a valid question, bro. That was just a valid opinion, bro. Like, where can you be peaceful at without having your character in question as a black man or a black woman? You know what I'm saying? You know, that's it shouldn't be like that, bro. I mean, we're about to be into 2024 in less than 2 months, bro. It's time for people to stop with all this. Why you got that? I mean, shit. Google me.
I work hard for it.
Yeah, I work hard for this shit. Just like
sleepless nights.
Just because it's different, because you're not used to that. You're used to us and poverty and killing each other. No, that's changing, bro. Yeah, we still got that going on, but we're trying to come together as a black community to build something better. You know what I'm saying? It's time for people to understand that, bro. White cigars. If you know, you know.
White cigars, real.
It's time for y'all to understand, bro. This, you know, we dealt with this for so many years, bro. Stop acting surprised. It is what it is. Ain't nothing gonna stop us to being successful. You know, we're not telling y'all can't do it. Y'all can do it. Let us have
and that's true, because that's one of the things too is you kind of surround yourself with people either at the level you want to get to,
right,
or people that's trying to get to where you want to get at. So it's like if I see S Rider pull up in a Rolls Royce, I'm about to be like, yo, put me on, bro. What you do? All right,
Right.
come on. I'm gonna show you what I did. I'm gonna give you the. That's how you do it. So then, within a few years, or maybe sooner than that, we both gonna be pulling up in Rolls. I mean, that's just the.
But the difference of that is how hard of a worker are you? What are the sacrifices that you're willing to make? Because you have to make sacrifices, whether that's not getting enough sleep, not partying,
Not partying, missing birthdays, missing big events,
right,
milestones.
So, you know, a lot of people got to understand. Sometimes people make those type of sacrifices. They're not doing it to be selfish or whatever like that. You have to understand they might have to make these sacrifices for the short term to secure a successful long-term deal for the whole family.
Especially when you're talking about generational wealth.
There you go. That generational wealth, bro. We rarely see that within the Black community, bro. You know, it's not rarely do you see a passing down of generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see so many people trying to come up with some type of form of business to at least have something.
You're trying to have something, dog. Yeah.
To say, all right, look, maybe you can take this business that I started and really find a connection with the people and elevate this company into newer heights.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example, right? Prime example, Zed. One of our brothers, may he rest peacefully in heaven, Justin Cordier.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There was a friend of his, Buster. You know Buster.
Oh, yeah, Buster, yeah.
Prime example. I used to work with him. During the Rouse's days and stuff like that.
I forgot about that, yeah.
One thing I respect about him and his sister is that their people, their mom who had passed away, may she rest in peace,
Mm-hmm.
passed down a business to them. And now they're one of the most successful
They really did their thing. I'm really happy for them. Yeah.
So why? All right, yeah, it was handed down to them, but they still had to put the hard work in. They still had to grind. They still had to put them late night, early morning type of grind into making it what it is now. That, yeah, just because somebody passed something down to you, that still doesn't mean that you're successful. You still got to find ways to elevate that company.
You got to keep it going.
Keep it going. But at the same time, though, you got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to, man, I got this, man. I'm going to make my mom proud and stuff like that. And that's why I look at that success story, because I know where he came from. I know how he was. And look how him and his sister then elevated not only the business, but elevated themselves as one of those dynamic brother and sisters empire, man. That's dope. I love
This really is dope, yeah.
Yeah, I love to see people succeed and elevate and stuff like that. Once again, you know what I always say, Zay. You cannot hate or feel jealous of and envy of people that's trying to succeed to make themselves better in life.
Can't even be mad at that. You should be happy for them.
Right. Everybody wants to live a financial, comfortable, nice, joyful, peaceful life.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you have to put in the time and the effort. You have to put in the work to try to have that long term. You know what I'm saying? Right now, this is the time we're doing this. That way, probably before you're 40 and 35 or whatever your retirement age that you want to set, that way you can be secure and you can let your money work for you, and you can live the life that you want. You know what I'm saying? You can do the things that you want to do. Yes, for sure. White cigars, all right, for sure, Jono. But yeah, man, yeah. Once you have Keelan said, once you have self-awareness, it's now time to pass on success. Very true. Very true.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
But yeah, man, Zig, it's man, I think that was probably one of the dopest videos we seen, bro. That was crazy, bro.
Oh, you talking about Kwame?
Yes, bro.
I mean, people try to invalidate a lot of his points, because I'm not saying I agree with everything he says, but people say, "Oh, you was a bust," so that don't mean. I'm like, man, that don't mean he can't still have an opinion. That don't mean that he.
Bro, that thing
like,
that don't stop anybody from.
Don't stop anybody just because it didn't work out. I mean, to be honest, how many years he played in NBA? what,
Probably.
14 years?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's a failure, to be honest. You lasted that long in the league. He's still human, like Keelan said.
Right, but what that got to do with you speaking your opinion? And
What's speaking your opinion? Do be speaking facts. I'm not gonna say I agree with like literally everything he say, but do be speaking facts, bro. So shout out to Kwame and his platform once again, for allowing us to use that video. So but yeah, man, that was some real stuff, man.
Yeah, man. I think tonight, bro, you kind of learned a lot of stuff, man. Like, you know, you kind of listen to people's opinions and stuff like that. And, you know, I always pray for the better for people. You know, I hope people don't go straight into divorce and separate. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to try to make the marriage work and stuff like that. But, yeah, you know, if I could give any type of advice, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people are going to valid, you know, I'm single, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying though, bro, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, take your time. Don't rush the process of knowing somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, continuously be there for somebody, continuously work with them, you know, communicate, understand their flaws, you know, understand just everything about them, you know what I'm saying? Have uncomfortable conversations and constantly ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, and don't rush the process, you know what I'm saying? Take your time, you know, don't feel rushed, don't feel pressured. If the time is not right for two people to come together, it's just not right. If the situations are not allowing y'all to really truly try to make it work, or don't force it. Maybe once the situation kind of gets better, then y'all two could come together and actually make the relationship or the marriage work. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep pushing forward. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? And just be patient too. That's another thing. You know, a lot of people lose patience. And you gotta just.
That's true too. A lot of people aren't patient. They want instant gratification, which we could all be, you know, victims of wanting instant gratification. But that's just something we gotta learn to. That when it comes to that maturity that Keelan was talking about,
right?
To be able to notice that and say, "Oh, hold on, let me chill out for a little bit. Let me slow it down."
Right, exactly, bro. But yeah, man. Tonight was a great show, Zay. I'm not gonna
good show, man. Yeah, it's always a good time when I can. We can set some time and chat with you, huh?
I think that was interesting to talk about, though. That was something I actually peeped that little piece, that interview with Jada when I was at work, and I was like, now that kind of explains, like, even with the Chris Rock thing. I didn't know Chris Rock tried to holler at her, but that was during the time, like, of course, now they were separated. So maybe Will was probably like, hold up now, man. Like, yeah, that's my wife. And even though I was separated from her, that's still my wife. And you try to holler at her, and not only that, you try to make a joke. That still don't justify what he did. But at the end of the day, you could have pulled that man to the side and had a, you know, man-to-man talk and kind of talk it out and leave it what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's another topic for another day. You heard me? So,
yeah, bro.
You know, it's just crazy.
Appreciate it. Lala said, good topic. What's good, Mom? She said, yeah, Lala said, good topic. Appreciate it, Lala. Mom said, we should all stay humble. And Jono said, hash out is more than a game.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, man, for y'all that's following us on Let's Hash It Out podcast, Jono has done it for us, so we're going to return the favor. Like I said, me and Zig on Jono Barnes platform on YouTube on Tuesdays. We talk about the Saints, of course. You know, we run some stuff about the Saints.
Did we even do the Jono Barnes logo? You see it on the top right?
At the bottom. This shit is more than a game. Go purchase all the shirt. He has a new color scheme that's more like to the Pelicans color scheme.
Yeah, the navy and the red.
Yeah, navy red and stuff like that. But like I said, we talk about Saints stuff. I ain't a Saints fan, of course, y'all know that. But we talk more about the Saints, and we make our little picks, and you know, we do our thing over there, man. It's something that I appreciate Jono for bringing me upon his show, his platform, to be the co-host on that show, man. So once again, shout out to Jono. And also shout out to Zig for doing this
Mhm.
thing over there. So remember on Tuesdays, if y'all want to peep that out, go to the Jono Barnes Show. Follow him on Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call that, Facebook, and follow him on his YouTube. Hit his notification. That way y'all know when he's going live and when he's dropping content. So shout out to Jono for that, man, for always and stuff like that. And once again, before we go, thank y'all for taking the time out y'all busy schedule to, have this little hour-long conversation with me and Zig. Like I said, we got some important things coming up, some big things coming up for 2024. But as always, we appreciate the support. We appreciate everything that y'all do to help this podcast grow. And we just need y'all to continuously do the same thing, man. Spread the word, buy merchandise from the Let's Hash It Out podcast store. Follow us as always. And yeah, Zig, I think we hashed out a couple of things tonight, man.
Yes, sir. We hashed out a lot of things, and on our way out, we're gonna play a commercial from one of our sponsors, the Jono Barnes Show. Our first sponsor of the show, our first supporter of the show. We're gonna show love to Jono Barnes. We're gonna play a little clip from his channel, one of his commercials that he has, and after that, we'll go ahead and end the show. But definitely shout out to thisshitmorethanthegame.com for supporting the show over here at Let's Hash It Out podcast. Shout out to Jono Barnes and everything, like Sean just said. So those that rock with us, y'all make sure y'all show love to Jono Barnes, and you see the website below. And here's a word from Jono Barnes. And after this, we'll bid you adieu and farewell. Till next time, we're gonna hash it out again.
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on, man, tackle him! You know what you're trying to hold him in the tackle. Tackle him! Oh, man, I'm tired of this thing, man!
Jono, the leaders are gonna call the cops!
Oh, God, this shit more than a game, man!
Ah, yes, we've all been there before. This shit is more than a game, man. And now, these shirts are more than a game. But did you know that this merch wasn't made only for sportswear? No sirree. This shit more than a game is a lifestyle brand. You can wear the shirts for anything, such as going shopping, working out,
This shit more than a game!
doing chores, setting the mood,
Oh, yeah, that's that thing I like.
changing a tire, robbing a bank,
Go, 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 go!
jumping a Falcons fan, and so much more. So purchase your official This Shit More Than a Game merch today for the low starting point of $28.03 and let the world know this shit more than a game. Warning, please see a doctor if you feel you've gone too far with taking this shit more than a game. This Shit More Than a Game is not associated or licensed with any organization or entity except for Jono Barnes LLC. This Shit More Than a Game is not responsible for any fights caused by the shirts. Jono Barnes LLC does not promote or recommend violence of any kind unless it's at the expense of a Falcons fan.
Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Men lie and women lie, but numbers don't. We can debate if you want, but I know you really won't. I'ma reach and guess my percentage on the desk. I'm sure like Holmes, detective skills, it be at the max. S Ryder, his topics, he bringing me the best. Ziggy the BC be streaming, that man is built for next. Take talk, she wear the dress, but don't try to press. I'm S dotted, them campus smacking, we at your neck. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and